All right, welcome everybody. My name is Jen Jodoin. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I am an advanced holistic nutritionist. I'm going to be telling you a little bit more about myself and my story, but just a super warm introduction and welcome to all of you for being here tonight. Tonight, we are going to be talking about 7 ways that we can really be banishing belly bloat. And these are 7 ways that we can start today, okay? I'm going to be sharing with you some health information, the hows and the whys, so that you can really adopt these types of habits into your daily practice. And I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my recommendations in the long term as to how you can support your body to keep that momentum going and looking and feeling your best on a regular basis. All right. So moving to my next screen here. There we go. Okay. So as I said, I'm an advanced holistic nutritionist. I have training in 7 different areas of nutrition. I also hold a bachelor's degree in psychology that focused really heavily on human physical and psychological development. So I have a really strong understanding of how nutrition and our body tie in together. So not just the mindset around our habits, but also how nutrition affects our mood and our choices, and then vice versa. Okay. Now, from a practice standpoint, I help women experience symptomatic relief from their hormones while supporting their families, okay? Because I'm a mom. I know that if it is not easy for the whole family to adopt healthy lifestyles and healthy living and simple lifestyle changes, it's not going to happen for mom, right? So I help the whole family get healthier, make healthy living easy, and I coach and live by the motto of 1 bite at a time. And what I mean by that is that I have a very strong belief that food can either hurt or heal us. And I have my own personal health journey that has actually led me to this strong belief. Okay, and then of course my my nutritionist training, of course, also helps me understand that as well. But now, basically, 1 bite at a time to me really means that we have an opportunity every time that we eat to choose something that is going to either hurt or heal our body. And through small, consistent changes on a very regular basis, we can move forward with very positive momentum in our health and actually begin to experience the type of results for our goals, okay, that we're looking for. So 1 bite at a time is a very simple way to start achieving your goals, because it really does just start with what's looking at on your fork, okay? Now, I don't know why that doesn't work. I keep clicking and it doesn't move over. Now, what is bloating? Okay, let's start with a little bit of a definition here. I'm sure you all kind of know what it is because you experience it on a regular basis. You wouldn't be here tonight if you didn't, okay? But from a clinical standpoint or a definition standpoint, basically bloating is having excess gas in our digestive system, okay? And it causes discomfort and pain, and it really does, this balloon image here is a great example of how you feel when your stomach has some bloating going on, because it really doesn't feel like there's enough room in your body for the expansion that you feel going on inside. And it's very uncomfortable. And for many people, women especially, it's a very common thing that we go through. However, it's not necessarily normal. And so understanding what's causing bloating and how you can work your way out of that can be really helpful in easing that discomfort. Okay, so some of the most common things that are going to cause bloating would be things like carbonated drinks. Okay, that's because they release a lot of gases. You're essentially drinking a gas. Okay, high sugar foods and drinks, they would cause a lot of bloating as well. They tend to damage the intestinal linings. They damage the good bacteria that help support a healthy gut and good digestion, so that we when we have good digestion, we're less likely to have bloating issues. But if we've got some digestive issues going on because we have a damaged gut flora, then we're more likely to have bloating, and sugar increases that. Okay. Now, PMS and hormone changes actually can increase your chances of experiencing bloating on a regular basis. And this is something I think that most of us are kind of familiar with. We tend to, at certain times of the month, we tend to notice that we're more bloated than other times of the month. And this is because of the way different hormones actually slow or change the digestive process. So understanding that as well can help you overcome that. Now, gluten is another one for some people. It can be an inflammatory substance for some people, and some people are very sensitive to it. So it can cause a bit of bloating and discomfort. Beans and lentils, same thing, because they tend to have a sugar that, when digested in the gut system, actually creates gas and lets off gas. And so that can cause some bloating. Onions, broccoli, dairy, there's quite a few different foods that would increase your chances of bloating, but generally it would be like brassicas, which is broccoli, bok choy, kale, Brussels sprouts, those types of vegetables, green vegetables, would be more likely to cause bloating. And again, they're very similar to beans and lentils in the sense that when your body begins to digest them, they do let off, those sugars let off a gas, which tend to cause bloating. Now, if you have a healthy gut system, and we're going to talk about how to do that in a little bit. If you have a healthy gut system, you are less likely to experience that bloating from these types of foods, because the bacteria in your gut system, the healthy bacteria, are armed and equipped to actually deal with those gases efficiently. Okay. So let's get into these 7 ways that we can be banishing belly bloat. All right. So number 1 is chew your food. All right. Digestion starts in the mouth. So when you put food into your mouth, it actually, it begins to mix with your saliva. That saliva actually has enzymes that begin to break down your food. The more that you chew your food, the better digested it becomes before it goes into your stomach, before it goes down into your digestive system. So any excess gases from the food specifically would actually be let out efficiently before your food actually makes its way through your whole digestive tract. All right. So chewing your food is so important. Now, most of us probably only chew our food about 3 to 4 times before we try to swallow it. Maybe 5 or 6, depending on what it is. But really, you want to be aiming for almost 10 chews per bite of your food. And that's going to really, really help like break down those foods, activate those enzymes, even activate. Here's the really cool thing about the way that we eat. Okay. Certain nutrients in food are only created by the enzymes in our saliva and in our digestive tract as we eat it. So, for example, broccoli and broccoli sprouts has a highly concentrated antioxidant and nutrient that is much more highly concentrated in terms of, preventing cancerous cells from growing. Okay, there's a lot of studies on this actually, and it shows that this nutrient, this phytonutrient, is actually only available by chewing and activating those enzymatic reactions, which is really cool, right? So chew your food. Another one is slow down. So we live incredibly fast-paced lives. And in that process, we are multitasking all the time. We are eating while we're working. We're eating while we're driving. We're eating while we're watching TV. We're eating while we're on our phones, and we're eating while we're talking, and we're eating while we're doing everything. We're multitasking, right? Sometimes we don't even sit down to eat because we're just that busy. Slow down. When you slow down, you have that opportunity to chew properly. You have that opportunity to recognize how your body is responding to the food that you eat. Maybe you'll notice right away that the food you ate didn't agree with you. But if you are moving too fast, you're not going to notice that. And then you're going to end up very uncomfortable with a lot of discomfort and with a lot of bloating. So slowing down can really help in aiding that process. Exercise. Now, we all know we need to exercising on a daily basis, and yet it is so hard to do, right? It is so hard to squeeze in physical activity into our day. But here's the thing about exercise and bloating. Okay, exercise boosts your metabolism. It moves your digestive tract. So if you have any excess air sitting or gases sitting in your digestive system, this helps move it around. It either helps eliminate it, helps excrete it. It helps your body to absorb it where it's necessary. And so exercising, not just on a regular basis, but even when you're feeling a little bloated or discomfort, getting in a little bit of extra exercise or even in the moment can actually help alleviate some of that discomfort. So if you're finding yourself a little bit bloated, I would say, go for a little walk. That's going to help move your digestive tract around, speed things up a little bit, and even increase the enzymatic responses and reactions going on in your digestive tract in case it had, slowed down or bogged down a little bit. And of course, exercise also helps to boost our metabolism and just move even just the assimilation of our nutrients. So by boosting our metabolism and increasing our digestive rate, we better absorb the nutrients from our food, which again is going to help support a healthy gut system so that we are avoiding maybe those excess gases being produced from foods that would irritate us. Okay. Turn off your phones. Turn off your phone, turn off your TV, turn off your laptop, turn off your devices when you eat. I cannot stress this enough. Almost all of us sit at the table, if we're sitting down, in front of a screen to eat. And it is one of the worst ways that we can be eating. It's one of the most unhealthy habits we can have when we are eating, okay? We are distracted. We're not paying attention to our food. We're not enjoying our food. We're not taking the time to chew. We're not being attentive to what our body is doing. And we end up overeating, chewing less, and just being totally unaware of what we're putting into our body. So turning off your devices when you eat can really help you tune back in to what you're doing, okay? And to be aware of what your body is doing and how you're responding to things. And this is one of the things actually that I teach my clients when I'm working with them, is that one of the biggest things of learning how to be symptom-free or experiencing symptomatic relief is listening to your body and honoring what it's telling you, okay? It's not just about, knowing that a certain food doesn't agree with you, but it's about recognizing that that food disagrees with you so much that you're sitting and telling me that that symptom bothers you. And you then have a choice. I can accept the symptom and just go on with my life, or I can make a change and experience some relief from that symptom, okay? This is a very simple one. You can easily put your phone on mute so you don't hear it, you don't have that distraction. Leave it in another room. Turn it upside down when you're sitting at the table so that you don't see it. You're less likely to grab it. But it's one of the easiest ones that we can do because you don't have to have it in your hand when you're eating. And in fact, if you don't, even better, right? You can put one hand on your plate, you can put one hand on your fork, and that kind of keeps your hands busy enough to stay away from your phone, okay? And really, we sit down to eat for maybe 30, 40 minutes each meal, especially if your big meal of the day. Honestly, we can go 30 minutes without our electronics. So just give it a try. Now, get cultured. This one's really, really great. So what do I mean by that? I mean, add good, healthy sources of probiotics to your body. You can get that through cultured foods, like things like yogurt, kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, even tofu has some good healthy probiotics. Okay, so tempeh as well. Probiotics help to support a healthy gut system. It helps feed the good bacteria in our gut. When we have healthy, strong, good bacteria in our gut system, we are better equipped to support our body in eliminating or reducing those excess gases, okay? It also allows our digestive system to work appropriately, assimilate our nutrients, absorb our nutrients really well so that our body is nutritionally fed, okay, at that cellular level. Stay hydrated. All right, so for a lot of women, this is something that they struggle with when they're feeling bloated, especially, okay? On a good day, most of us struggle to drink 2 to 3 liters of water daily, but especially if we're feeling bloated, because it feels so counterproductive, right? You already feel really big and tight and uncomfortable, and now you're saying, okay, now I have to drink more water, and you're just gonna feel even fuller, right? Here's the thing. when we're bloated, what we have a couple of things going on. We have, we've got those excess gases going on, but sometimes what we also have going on is water retention. And what happens when we have water retention is that our cells have basically what's called an equilibrium between salt and water within our cells and around our cells. Okay, basically between our blood and our cells, there's a balance of healthy ratio between water and salt. When we don't have enough water, when our cells are not hydrated enough, we have too much salt balance or ratio in our cells, and that causes our cells and our body to retain water, okay, because it's trying to rebalance that equilibrium between the salt and the water. So by drinking more water, you can actually help rebalance that ratio so that you have that healthy balance and equilibrium between the salt and the water, and you'll actually experience less water retention because of it, so less bloating. Of course, staying hydrated also helps keeping your digestive system working in tip-top condition, moving everything along nice and smoothly. So if you do have any excess gases going on in your digestive system, they're going to move around a lot quicker. This is one of the biggest things we can do, okay? And I'm going to be sharing some tips with you on how we can do this, but basically, eating simple and eating clean. Honestly, get rid of the junk food. There's nothing in it that is going to nutritionally satisfy your body. It's all in your head that you require those types of food. And that's because you've got, maybe a mental attachment to a certain type of food. You have an emotional attachment to certain types of foods, particularly when it comes to things like sweets. Like earlier, we talked about how highly refined sugar foods can increase your chances of feeling bloated on a regular basis because it's damaging your gut system and actually releasing those excess gases as your body absorbs them or metabolizes the sugar, sorry. So eating simple and eating clean. Now, what does it mean to eat clean? It means eating real food. So shopping in the grocery store around the perimeter, avoiding the aisles of processed foods, choosing foods that have 5 ingredients or less, and ingredients that you can read, that you can recognize. It means eating as many fruits and vegetables as you possibly can in a day. Studies are now showing that we need to be eating 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, 7 to 13. And unfortunately, the majority of us are barely even getting 5. Okay. Now, studies are showing that the benefits of fruits and veggies are so strong that they're not just good for us, but they can actually heal and protect our bodies from a cellular level to actually be better prepared against the types of symptoms we experience. Now, here's the thing. Our bodies are a perfect machine when fueled properly. And the key word here is fueled. Food is fuel. So when you begin to recognize and assimilate that mantra into your lifestyle, you begin to feed your body and fuel your body in a way that's going to promote good health and in a way that's going to actually allow your body to work in that perfect balanced system that it does naturally on its own. And that comes by eating simply and eating cleanly, eating foods as close to their natural environment as possible. So very little processing, very little added ingredients, very little stabilizers and emulsifiers and preservatives and dyes and all of that, because that is actually aggravating our system and unfortunately actually damaging a lot of our healthy gut bacteria. Okay. So this is one of the most important things you can do, especially because we eat 3 to 6 times a day. So we have so many opportunities on a daily basis to make very simple changes and positive movement in our health just by what we're putting on our fork. So again, that comes back to our one bite at a time of just being mindful of what you're eating. Now, there is an extra easy way to do some of this as well, okay? These are my product recommendations for the clients that I work with, even for clients who don't want the one-on-one, but just kind of do their own thing, but need that extra nutritional support. Earlier, I mentioned that most of us all of us need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and veggies. Most of us don't even get 5. This helps bridge that gap, okay? These are whole food concentrated plant nutrition of over 30 fruits and vegetables, berries, grains, and oils that are actually clinically proven to support your body at a cellular level in the same way that eating 7 to 13 servings of fruits and veggies do. Now, they don't replace your need to eat fruits and vegetables, but they do help top you up. They help you bridge that gap between what you should be eating and what you do eat. Now, the capsules are a very simple and convenient way to top yourself up. The green ones are loaded with veggies, the purple ones are loaded with berries, and the red one is loaded with fruits. Then there's the simple and plant-based protein powder, which actually helps support a healthy gut. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so you can see here, these are the over 30 fruits, veggies, berries, and oils that you can find in these capsules that would help you support that top up, that nutrition that your body doesn't get on a cellular basis, okay, on a regular basis, and the variety that we don't eat on a daily basis. Now, here's the really cool thing, okay? Earlier I mentioned probiotics help support a healthy gut. But the probiotics in your gut system will not live and flourish if we don't have prebiotics. Now, prebiotics are a component that support a healthy environment for our probiotics to grow and flourish. So, where do we get prebiotics? We get them from fruits and vegetables. Really cool, right? From that enzymatic reaction that our body gets when we eat fruits and vegetables. So having more fruits and vegetables in your body at a cellular basis actually helps you support that healthy gut system. And you could experience, and many people do experience, less bloating because of it. Now, the Simple Complete Shake is a really, really great way to add some convenience to your nutrition regimen. Okay, so because it really is, it's a low glycemic shake powder, so loaded with plant-based protein. Low glycemic, meaning that it's going to stabilize your blood sugar, so it doesn't release any of those harmful sugars that would cause your stomach to experience bloating. Is also loaded with things like broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, chickpea powder, millet, quinoa, pea protein, rice protein, mushrooms even. So you even get, a plant-based vitamin D source in here, plant-based calcium sources as well. It's a very nutritionally loaded protein powder that actually supports a healthy gut. And that's because there's the 8 grams of fiber, which helps keep your gut system moving. The prebiotic components of the broccoli sprouts and the radish sprouts, the alfalfa, is helping to support that healthy gut system so that your probiotics can flourish and actually do what they're supposed to do. And then the fact that it's anti-inflammatory. Okay, so there's no gluten or dairy in it, which would, as we talked about earlier, are some inflammatory components for many people in their diets that actually increase bloating. So because it's gluten and dairy free, you are less likely to experience bloating. And with all the good that's in it, you're actually promoting better digestive system. So reducing bloating is a super simple, easy way when you just add a really great shake to your mix. Okay. Now I want to share with you why I actually really love these products, like why I support them and why I've aligned myself with the company. Because here's the thing. There are so many supplements on the market. So many of us have, cupboards full of multivitamins because we know that we're not getting all the vitamins that we need. We're not getting the nutrition that we need at a cellular basis based on our food because we just don't have the time, we don't have the energy, we don't have the knowledge, and we're not getting it, right? But the difference between getting our nutrients from food versus getting our nutrients from a multivitamin is that a multivitamin is a synthetic form, highly concentrated form of a vitamin. Whereas when we get it from food, not only is it recognized as a true vitamin and absorbed in the capacity that our body should be doing so, but it also works synergistically with other vitamins in the body, in the food that you're eating, meaning that we know that, say, vitamin C is great for our body, but we know that when we have vitamin C with iron, they're both even better, okay? that's the same component, that's the same theory and the same knowledge that when you eat food, you have a synergistic effect of phytonutrient absorption that work better together. So 1 + 1 = 3 in this case. The sum of the parts is greater than, or sorry, the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, okay? So it's a really, really amazing process. Now, when we compare that with a multivitamin, unfortunately, we don't have that same effect. We have a very highly concentrated synthetic vitamin that doesn't work synergistically or in balance with the other vitamins found in that multivitamin. So having a product that is just food, but actually has the research behind it to show that it is providing the same benefits as eating more fruits and vegetables, with over 35 published studies showing this, means that it's a better investment in your health than looking at a multivitamin option. Okay, has a food label, not a vitamin label. Dairy and gluten-free again, so another component to consider, and then NSF certified. So for me personally, as a professional, a nutritionist professional, and as somebody with so much science background and research study background in my psychology degree, I've really had to learn and do appreciate the understanding and the importance of good research, and knowing that third-party certifications on products are really important. So the NSF certification is a third-party study that shows that what's in the label is actually on the product, and what's exactly in the product is on the label. So there's full transparency, and there's no banned substances in it either. Now, one of the ways that I actually help my clients to feel good, look good, and achieve the results that they're looking for is through the Shred 10 program. And it's a very simple group coaching program that actually produces results, because you start flooding your body with whole food, concentrated nutrition at that cellular level. You start following a 10 guideline lifestyle that helps reduce inflammation, support good digestive processes, and just heal and protect your body from an internal standpoint. Okay. Then this program, of course, includes free resources and cookbooks and support and fun, and just a ton of really, really great challenges and education. So it's a lot of fun and a really great way to jumpstart your health and actually start to experience the results that you're looking for, which in this case, we're here talking about, reducing bloating. With everything that we've talked about tonight, we can see how consistently creating those habits that support a healthy digestive system is going to reduce that bloating, and having that support and fun along the way, of course, just makes it that much easier to do it. So now, one of the really, really cool things about this is that the Healthy Starts for Families is really, really neat. Basically, if you are ordering your own capsules for yourself as an adult, you can actually get an order of the chewables for free for any child in your life. So whether that's your own children, a niece or a nephew, a cousin, a neighbor, somebody in your community, a student, somebody in your ministry, basically any child in your life can actually get 20 fruits and vegetables in a delicious little chewable for free. So you're adding even more good nutrition. And families in the Healthy Starts for Families program are actually reporting that 61% of their kids are eating more fruits and vegetables. So that's an amazing, amazing thing, right? Just 61% of families are experiencing less struggles at the dinner table with their kids eating fruits and vegetables. That's amazing. And I know as a mom personally, reducing the level of stress that comes around getting your kids to eat healthier just takes a total load off. So the fact that you can do that for free with your children is really exciting. Now, right now, there is, of course, a very special limited time offer that you can actually get 15 servings of the shake mix, the complete mix that I was talking about earlier, for free with any Healthy Starts order. So a really, really great way to try, 3 products for the price of 1, basically, but get the whole family involved in starting good nutritional habits and jumpstarting their health. Now, I want to thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. What I'm going to be doing for you guys is I will be emailing all of you a recording of this tonight. And I'm also going to be attaching the free guide of 7 ways to banish belly bloat. Okay, so it's going to cover the 7 ways that we just went over, but it's going to go further in depth in that and a little bit other helpful information that's going to get you jump started into what you need to do to feel better. All right. Now, this is the lineup of events that I have going on over the next couple of days. It's a very, very busy time right now. And I understand that. And I totally appreciate that because I know so many of us are starting to really get into the swing of the holidays. So right now, these are the events that we're hosting, or I'm hosting, sorry. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a topic on kicking the sugar cravings, which is a super, super big one for so many of us. So that's Thursday evening at 7. Now, all of these are again on Eventbrite. So in my follow-up email with everything, I'll make sure to include the links for all of these. So if any of these interest you, you can just go ahead and register for them as well. And again, if you miss it or you're not available at the time it's being hosted, don't worry, I will send you the recording for that so you have it when you've got a little bit of time to watch it on your own. Okay, so kicking sugar cravings is happening tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Friday afternoon at noon hour, I'm actually doing a really quick webinar on 10 super easy ways to sneak extra fruits and veggies into your family's diet. So that one's going to be really, really great for people with or basically families of kids of any age. This weekend, I'm hosting a wicked Deck the Balls protein ball online party. So lots of live recipe demos, chance to win some prizes, and a lot of fun games and stuff going on in that. So that's actually going to be hosted on a Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, you can just reach out to me. Just send me a friend request, send me a message. Just let me know that you're interested in joining that Deck the Balls protein ball party, and I will get you into that. Then Monday morning, I'm doing a family-friendly snack prep workshop. So basically, as of Monday, we are going to have the kids home for, well, basically as of Friday afternoon, we're going to have the kids home for 2 weeks. And I know most of us learned the really hard way back in March when schools got shut down that we can't keep the kids out of the kitchen. So we're going to be doing a live workshop, follow along, where you can actually be following me as we make 5 easy, delicious, kid-friendly snacks that are going to keep your kids satisfied and out of the kitchen for that first week of the holidays, okay? And then Monday evening, I am hosting a really special seminar for moms. It's called the Rubber Band Mom, and I'm going to be sharing 10 ways that we can keep from snapping, and just the opportunity to show up as the mom, as the spouse, and as the woman that you want to be in your life. So these are the events happening over the next couple of days, basically between now and Monday night. If any of them interest you, just be sure to click on the Eventbrite link in the follow-up email and get yourself registered, and then you'll be able to attend it live or get the recording. So I want to thank all of you for being here. I've really, really appreciated your time. If you have any questions, you can actually just send me an email. You can reply to any of my emails. You can find me on Facebook, Jen Jodoin, or you can even look me up on my my social media handles. Basically, living healthy one bite at a time will get you connected with me. Okay, so you can also find me on my website, jenshealthyliving.ca. But all that information will be in the email for you guys. I host events like this all the time. Tons of giveaways in them, tons of ebooks for you guys, tons of just helpful information. So sticking close is going to be the best way for you to know what's coming up on my schedule and topics that would be of interest to you. So again, thank you all so much for being here this evening. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn off our recording, head over to the chat box, see if we've got any questions, and then wish you all a fantastic night. So thank you all again for being here.